everybody, welcome to the Michelle's Community Kitchen, and I'm joined today by the amazing
Che Burnley.
And just for people that don't know a little bit about Shay, I've met him a few years ago. Very, very funny guy because...
Well, thank you. I'm comedian, raconteur, all-round good guy.
A little bit of woo, a little bit of way. And
Quizmaster.
I don't know, you don't even have to say very much because your voice is naturally very comical. I don't know what is that. People say that to you all the time.
Yes, they do, and I don't get it because I think most people. I don't know if you got this, but like, do you like the sound of your own voice?
No, I hate it.
Yeah, so like it's not like people go, "Oh, you must love watching yourself back," and I go, "Oh my god, is that how I sound?"
I think I sound like the lady in the teapot from Chorlton and the Wheelies, like, "Hello, little lady." I feel like that's how I sound. So no.
What a cool reference.
So comedy. How did you get into it?
In a weird way. So I went up to Edinburgh on a holiday to go and watch the Edinburgh Festival, and I already was working at John Moore's Student Union, and a load of my mates.
Did they say, "You're dead funny, why don't you do this"?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'd like to go. No. It was just like a lot of my family. As a kid, I used to like mimicking stuff. So I used to watch stuff like Lenny Henry and try and do all the impressions that he was doing. So I was doing an impression of an impression. So I was doing even a wonderful world of points. So
I love that. Did you watch Tis Was then?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, showing our age now. Showing our age. No, I never watched Tis Was. What's that? So as a kid, I was quite annoying, and then sort of went into student union. I was doing a sports science degree and sort of dropped out to become a DJ.
Yeah.
But then I started doing running their events, met a load of comedians, went up to Edinburgh. They were all doing a comedy show, and I always used to write stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So I said, "Can I have a go?" So I jumped on and did all this stuff. Some of it was about.
And then you were better than all of them.
Yeah. I'd say that.
Do
you know what? I was good from the get-go. That sounds so arrogant, but like people were going, "Oh yeah, you're pretty good," and I was like, "Going, right, should I carry on?" And I went, "Yeah." So weirdly, the guys that were on before us when we were doing that show in a really small pub in Edinburgh, one of them is a guy called Tom Davis. He's amazing. He's a really big dude, and he does Murder in Successful, and he's been in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the latest one, with Timothy Chalamet. But like you meet all these cool people, and you do have this imposter syndrome of, am I good enough? Because all these people are really good.
I think that's something that everybody has, and I know I've been cooking for years, and I feel like there's always something new to learn.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be cooking with Shay, and Shay's a vegan. Didn't know that about you.
By the size of me. Yeah.
And you've got like a tiny kitchen.
Yeah.
So one pot dishes would be absolutely ideal for Shay. So while we're talking about his journey into doing loads of amazing things, we're also going to be cooking like a veggie dal. It's one I made up. It's a little bit like a soup, stew, curry, a little bit of everything in it, but it's a great one pot dish. You can put it into the slow cooker as well, and you can freeze it. You can batch cook it and freeze it. So it's absolutely ideal. So I'm going to get Shay to start peeling. And while you're peeling, Shay, can you tell me, so
two things at once.
I know. Don't want to make that joke. I did make it earlier though. So you went from comedy.
Yeah.
And how I met you was through the Blast Network. Was it the Blast Network?
Yeah, Blast Network.
And I just wanted to sort of say, so you were setting up a CIC, was it?
Yeah, I wanted to not just do comedy. I wanted to do workshops and get people. I did a thing with the NHS with a friend of mine where we took a load of people who had depression, anxiety, people who hadn't been out of their houses for ages.
Yeah.
And we were doing comedy workshops, and the transformation in some of the people that I saw was amazing. So, and I'm very much, I like to give back, but I see comedy as not just a fun thing that you can go out and watch, but something that can help people.
Yeah.
So I wanted to turn it into kind of a business and be professional about it so that I could do all the cool stuff.
I mean, there's something about laughing in adversity. By the way, guys, I'm sorry about the noise. We've got the fan and it is a bit loud today. So you just have
bring my own fans with me. That's what it is.
But it's, it's something about, is it British humour where we laugh in the face of adversity, and we are known for sarcasm and things like that.
Yeah, the Americans sometimes don't get us proper.
How do you take somebody who's discussing something that's quite sensitive and then make it funny?
It's
On the spot here, haven't I?
well, no. This is part of what I've done constantly. I constantly kept getting told, "Don't do stuff about this. Don't do stuff about that." But there's that phrase, you know, tragedy plus time equals comedy, which it does. It's just that comedians get there quicker.
Yeah.
The thing is, sort of like when anything bad happens, a comedian will be going, "Oh, I wish I could tell this joke right now." But I had cancer in 2010. So that was another reason I got into comedy, is that I was like, I found dark humour kind of funny. Then I got cancer just as I started doing comedy, so I had to come out of it for a bit.
Well, I didn't know that.
But it was all the things that were happening. I was like, oh, this is hilarious. But because it was affecting, cancer doesn't just affect the person that it's affecting, it affects everybody around you. So they didn't know what to say to me. Lots of people didn't know what to do, because it's sort of like, oh, this could go very bad.
Yeah.
So I was like trying to make people feel better about themselves by being silly, pole dancing around. I had a pick line in, so I was pole dancing around it like that, trying to keep everybody jolly and stuff.
And was this in the hospital then?
Yeah, so the old Royal that's been knocked down now.
Yeah.
There was a few of us who were all on a test thing, so they were putting different drugs into us. And you go in, so you don't stay in there all the time, but you go in, you have your drugs, and then it's like a 2-week period where they go up, you feel better for a bit, then it comes back down again, and you have to have the chemo again. So, but there was bad times, but in my head, it was just sort of like, I kept just thinking to myself, oh, this would make a great routine. And there's a,
Were you writing stuff down while you were having...
Yeah. In my head and on paper. And then what happened is I started talking about it on stage, because nobody ever told me the rules of comedy. They didn't go, oh, well, you've got to do a joke about this, you've got to do a joke about that. And what happened is that I started doing it on stage because I just thought, oh, this is what you do. You just talk about what's happened to you. And I had people go, you can't talk about cancer on stage because you'll upset people. And I went, I don't see why, because it's not like it's happened to them.
And it's also, you're living through it.
Yeah, it's sort of like, it's observational comedy, it's stuff that's happened to me. And then I started doing it on stage, and then I'd have people come up to me afterwards and go, oh, thank you so much for talking about that, because my husband passed away. This happened in Norwich, I think it was.
Yeah.
Her husband had passed away a year ago, and she went, we've not been able to talk about it like this, but now I feel like you can, because you break that seal of, that's what comedy is sometimes. It's like
you can start dicing.
Oh, right, cool. Is that you can talk about taboo subjects.
Yeah.
And death's one of them. You know, it's a horrible... we lost my dad last year.
Yeah.
Found him again in B&Q. Sorry. But no, he passed away last year.
I feel terrible for laughing. You made me feel awkward now.
Well, that's what comedy is.
Go on, chuck it in.
I've dropped
don't worry.
But yeah, it's sort of, I found again, it's sort of when people die, nobody knows what to say, and everybody has to go, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. And they go, you didn't kill him, did you?
No. It's just awkward, isn't it?
Yes, but like when you start to do comedy, you sort of like go, you're allowed to laugh at this. That's what the absurdity of life is, not to go too deep, but like the absurdity of life is just funny at times.
So you got over cancer.
Yeah, I hope so. But you're still here. Yeah.
And you beat cancer, I should say.
Yay.
And then you thought, well, like, actually, this is something I can use, because you can go away and actually help. You know that it's therapy. It makes you feel good to laugh, doesn't it? You feel good inside.
Yeah.
Since you've been in, I've not stopped laughing, to be fair.
It's because I've got no pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's. I talk about a lot of stuff. I talk about race. I talk about the cancer. Talk about more.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to take this home for his tea for the next several nights.
Yeah.
Just going to add some curry powder.
Yeah, let's do that.
I won't put the recipe up for this, but I'm just chucking it in for now.
So politics, all that kind of stuff. Everybody says, "Oh, you shouldn't talk about this. You shouldn't talk about that." You can, as long as you do it with a little bit. You give people a bit of grace and sort of like. Comedy has become a bit kind of combative and aggressive at the moment, I think. And it can be that. Comedy can be loads of different things. It can be silly. I love silly stuff. I've been doing some stuff with, I should say, last year's Edinburgh Awards, I won the Ish Comedy Panel Award, the panel prize. Yeah. And I was also doing a show with my mate, Phil Ellis, who's just been on Taskmaster. And Phil is one of the funniest people that I know, because he's just daft. And it's sort of like, it doesn't have to be incredibly political all the time, or sort of like breaking barriers. Sometimes it can just be somebody falling.
Yeah.
And I always say that one of the best jokes in the world is somebody farting. And this doll will probably help this.
No, honestly, this is going to keep you energised for ages. And you know, the first time I sort of came to see you live was at the Alternative Black
Comedy Showcase.
Showcase, which if you haven't seen it, you've got to go. It's absolutely brilliant.
And we're doing news bits as well.
Yeah, chuck them in. And waste not, want not. And you know, there's something. How often do you run that?
It's sporadic at the moment because I'm doing stuff behind the scenes to sort of.
That's the thing when you sort of. You've got lots of different things going on the go. You also, you know, you're setting up the CIC, you're running a business, you've got a lot of things happening. But also, your comedy is your passion, so you want to bring it to the masses.
We were talking about this. It's sort of like you got to do stuff for yourself sometime. And I've sort of, people keep going, why aren't you doing comedy at the moment? Doing just stand up by yourself? And I go, well, I'm trying to run a business, which means that I have to be a promoter, I have to be the MC, I have to do all this other stuff. I've also got, it's coming up to, I don't know if we can put timestamps on this, but it's almost April 5th. And I have really not paid attention to when you're supposed to get your taxes in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dodge them. I'm just.
It is, these are the things that you're learning when you are an entrepreneur or you're running a business and you've got a lot of things on. I'm just going to add some water to that.
Yeah.
So, what's happening about the Black Comedy Night then?
So I'm putting it in place so that we're going to have some workshops, because my idea was always to try and bring people. A lot of black comedy or black comedians are all based in London, because that's where the work is. So I wanted to try and bring the best of those acts up, but I wanted to try and develop a lot more up here, so that there was like a northwest hub of people, so that and gigs and stuff. So at the moment, I'm trying to focus more on putting workshops in from. I've got a meeting with Miriam from Boisterous, who's absolutely lovely, and we're going to get some women in colour. There's like some women's groups where we're going to sort of like encourage them to come and do these workshops, and then hopefully off the back of that, it's not, even if they don't do the comedy, it's a great way to gain confidence and public speaking, and there's all these other things that whenever I do a workshop, I always say you don't have to be a comedian at the end of this. You can go in and learn about tech, you know, audio visual stuff.
I'll come and do it myself because I am terrible with tech.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's just sort of like, it doesn't have to be one thing. It could be, everybody go, oh, so I've got to stand up on a stage. You go, no, there's all these other opportunities that you can do. You can work behind the scenes. You can work, you can do all this other kind of stuff. And then it gives you confidence, but it also gives you skills that you can use in other places. So that's what we're focusing at the moment. But hopefully before we go to Edinburgh in August, we'll be running a couple of shows. So I'm hoping to do one June.
So if you're at home and you think, I'd like to come to this show, or I want to join one of your classes, how do people find you?
Oh, find me on abcs.che. That's on the Instagram.
Okay.
Because I didn't realise that.
We will be sharing it. We'll put it on there.
Yeah, ABCS is a very common little tagline. So I've had to put my name on it. I'm trying to figure. You know when you're trying to figure out like your email address?
Yeah.
I go, Che Burnley has been taken. And I go, how many Che Burnleys are there in the world? That I've got.
There's only one.
Yeah. But like every now and again you go, oh, Che number 4 has been taken. So you get up to about Che 365. So yeah, I'm online. We've got a website, but it's all these things that you go, oh, now I've learned more.
Yeah.
I've got to change all this. And like, I've been talking to people and like advertising, they're talking about TikTok is the main thing. I went to a Ticketmaster thing where they were going, kids don't use Google, they use TikTok to find out about stuff. They find out about comedians that way.
Are you going to be running, because I think that's really important if you're going to do a course, that if somebody wants to go on, you know, I don't know, you know, I'm learning about TikTok and all these other things, and looking if I've got lots of support around me, but not everybody has that. Yeah. Is that something they could learn on your course?
Yeah, that's what this is. This is where I've got to be careful because I'm spiraling out of control and going, oh yeah, I'll get this one. But I want to try and get, it's like this. It's sort of like I'm learning to cook. Yeah. Really cool food. Is that I want to bring people in who are experts in their field. So I'm getting comedians to come in. I wanted to get, there's a guy called Martin Moore who's from Ireland. And he does circus skills. But he's also a stand-up comedian as well. So, but he can do both. So he can help teach people how to do juggling and things like that, or we can get people in who are finance experts, so it's not just comedy. Because I think Ernie Wise always said it's called show business. You know, there's business in there. So there's all this other stuff that you don't think you've got to learn that you have to learn as a comedian. And we are not the most neurotypical of people. So we really do need help. A lot of this.
You know, like sort of influences. Did you watch a lot of Morecambe and Wise when you were growing up?
Oh, I loved I don't know if kids know this, but I hope that it's getting spread on TikTok and stuff. But the stripper.
I do. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that, but it's very controversial.
Oh, it's just a stripper music, but it's just like them dancing around with sausages and I think it's very kind of. If you want to take it the wrong way, you can, but it's very silly.
I liked it, and I love the song "Bring Me Sunshine" because it just lifts me up. We're just about to, going to make some homemade naan breads. Have you made naan breads before?
No.
This is really easy, and obviously Shay being a vegan, went out to the shops early this morning and got some vegan yogurt. Do you have that?
Yes, I do.
I got coconut. I've never made it with vegan coconut, so yogurt, so we'll see and then I've got some seeds, so we're going to put some seeds into it.
Oh, right.
Nigella seeds, so I'm going to put some of them in.
So that's what those bits are?
Yeah. Have a little smell. They smell lush. Nigella seeds.
That's the smell of none.
Yeah.
Nigella seeds? Is she just endorsing everything there?
Yeah, she's everywhere. So we'll put some of this in.
Microwave,
yeah. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in.
So
This is just self-raising flour here, so it's really, and stuff that you can have at home. I like to use ingredients that you're not having to go out and spend a fortune on.
Does it matter if it's plain or self-raising flour? I always go to the cupboard and go, I've got plain. Will that do?
Well, do you know what? I would use it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go without, but it would be better for self-raising, really.
So it ends up becoming a flat bread.
So I'm going to put a little bit of yogurt in. I should measure it, but I'm just going to chuck it in.
Yeah.
Do you see that? You know when come dine with me and they always do it and then it all goes terribly wrong.
I remember there was a Scottish guy who was it Angel Delight as a dessert? It was the best thing ever.
I love Angel Delight.
But he tried to make it like it wasn't, and then somebody went, "Is this Angel Delight?"
Did you see the ones where Christopher Biggins, was it Christopher Biggins, passed the food through the...
Weirdly, Christopher Biggins, another person from Oldham like myself.
Right, you can start mixing. So we're just going to just mix it all together. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's put some salt in. Yeah, I think he cheated and somebody passed the food or something like that. You got somebody else to make it.
Yeah, I've seen it where people get stuff delivered. Yeah. And you go, oh, come on. If you're playing for money, that's a bit sneaky.
So I hope you like all these ingredients. I didn't even ask.
Yeah.
I only found out that, was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday or the day before. I like to surprise people. This is the thing, is sort of like, everybody goes, oh, well, how do you do that? And you go, the vegetable stuff is normally the base for stuff. And cause I love learning about history and stuff. My granddad fought in a war, fought in the Second World War, so like rationing and all that kind of stuff. And my mum talked about it. But in those days, you didn't have meat often. I mean, I work with the military, so I've been working with the military since 2017, something I'm super proud of. And my dad was a Royal Green Jacket. And, I work with Tom Harrison House. There's loads of, actually, there's not enough for veterans in this country, but we're quite lucky to have some really good organisations. Actually, we're going to be starting, just while we're talking about veterans, I'm actually going to be starting my own naffy break soon, actually in Old Swan, so watch this space. I love these words, naffy break.
Yeah. So we'll have to get you to come along, but... What was he in the?
He was in the Navy. He was in the Royal Navy. He was stationed in India.
My dad was in the Royal Navy.
He's so, again, it's sort of, I always say that, again, it's like comedy, is that everybody has a story, everybody is like a book.
Yeah.
Some people are pamphlets, some people are post-it notes, they don't have much in the, but my granddad is such an interesting life, but you don't realise, so all my uncles and aunties, because he was their parent, they kind of sort of didn't listen to him as much. But I sat with him and he would tell me these stories. Weird. Obviously, this was the white granddad of the family. Yeah. So we sat for most Christmases and watched Zulu. Which is
you know what? I think that was a tradition with many families.
Bread of heaven. So I was listening to all these stories about him being stationed in India, and his commanding officer was an alcoholic. I'm sure I'm allowed to talk about this now because he's probably long gone.
Do you know what? I mean, the thing is, it's like, it's life, isn't it?
Yeah, my granddad took umbrage to it because he believed that his commanding officer was taking all of their, their food parcels and stuff
and
like
the
that,
rations,
and going through it all himself and picking the best stuff.
My granddad said that they used to get a wheat ram, or something. So that on your birthday you'd get a tot of rum In the Navy, perfect. You get a tot of rum in the Navy. And then it so happened that on Grandad's birthday, Bill, it was something like the King's birthday or somebody's birthday. So he got and he got everybody's dram and the King's at the same time or something like that. Anyway, most of his stories ended up like with my granddad I was very, very drunk.
Well, yeah, it's something, the stories that he had, before he passed, he gave me, so his brother was in the Japanese prisoner of war camp, and he wrote a diary of, I don't know if he escaped or they just basically one day went, right, that's it, you're all out, because the war's coming to an end. And there's a diary of him walking across Europe to get back home. Yeah, so it's just like there's a map in the back. I need to give it to the to the museums or whatever, but I wanted to scan it and have a look at it first. And it's just so interesting, all these stories that are out there, and that's what comedy is half the time. It's sort of, apparently my uncle Albert never talked about the war. But
Albert, wasn't Albert?
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. During the war, but he never talked about it. Yeah. But again, my granddad talked about certain stuff, but not other stuff. Yeah. And it's because it wasn't accepted, or sort of, am I supposed to talk about this?
I think that, but I still think that's the situation now, because a lot of veterans, it's funny because this is not something we were planning to talk about.
No, not at all.
You know, what I've come across with working with the military was that also when the seeking help is that like the only place that they can get specialist help in this country so far for veterans with mental health, PTSD, addiction is Tom Harrison House.
Where's that based?
Liverpool. The best city in the world. And the thing is that it's also, it's like sharing that, you know, where do you share this, and if you go to a normal mental health support, sometimes you can't share these things because some of the trauma is so horrific.
I've got a mate called Geordie who's lovely, and we talk about stuff like this. I did actually get asked to do some stuff I think it's in the Midlands, where they wanted to go vets who were recovering from injury to sort of like use comedy as a thing. Yeah. And I was talking to Geordie about it because it's sort of dark humour because of the, you know, being in the army or the military is different. Yeah. So the humour is different, but if you're amongst your colleagues, they're fine talking about it. Yeah. But it sounds so bad if it was in context. Else. Yeah, in context, it's fine. That's what comedy is. In context, it's fine in certain places. But so it's interesting to allow people those spaces to come to terms with stuff, to talk about stuff, and then to sort of maybe your next workshop should do some veteran stuff. I've thought about doing it, but I want to make sure it's as good as possible, and that you can't be patronising. You've got to be very careful and sort of you go, oh, everything's woke, and this. It's not. It's caring about people's sort of emotional kind of states and stuff like that. And that's a specific.
Maybe you should come on to one of my next cookery classes when I'm working with the military, and you can come and have a chat. And see.
Write everything down. You taking notes?
This is like, I'm actually looking for help here because obviously Christmas Day. I've been doing Christmas Days for 10 years this year, and I couldn't do what I'm doing without the support of the veterans. So the veterans come in and help peel all the veg, and we cook for like up to 300 people on Christmas Day. So for 10 years, they've been supporting this. So if you want to come along and peel.
Yep, I'll peel. I did pretty good today.
Yeah, well, you know. We're going to make the naan breads. And what I like about this recipe, again, you don't need any rolling pins or anything fancy. So you don't have to go out and buy loads of expensive things. You can use a frying pan for this at home. And all we've done is just mix it all together in like that sort of shape. And and what I'm going to do is just give it a little spray. A little spray. I mean, they probably use butter or ghee, but I'm trying to keep it healthy. I'm just going to pop it in. I'll just go.
And also vegan as well.
Yeah, it's vegan.
Really looking forward to this. Normally I just come home and go air fry all do.
This is so easy as well, and you could make this in a pan. As I say, you could chuck all this in your slow cooker and leave it all day and come home to a really nice meal. So you know what a lot of people do is when they're doing this, when I'm teaching this and they're like, I'm like pressing it down. Don't be tempted to press this down.
Leave it be.
Just leave it be.
I love a slow cooker. I bought my ex, and that's probably why, a slow cooker for her birthday. She went on about how she likes, a grand cooking and doing all this kind of...
I'm in, lad. I'm in.
What a thoughtful present that is. It was just sort of like somebody looking at me going, really?
Is this all I remember I knew a guy that bought his partner some scales. Christmas.
Please let me. It's for kitchen, not is it?
No.
Oh, good grief!
Yeah, the type of scales that you have to stand on.
Oh God!
And I think, and an exercise bike, because she may have remarked that, I really want to look at my weight and I want to get healthy, and he's probably thought, brilliant. So really, your faux pas wasn't that bad.
Men are just very route one. You tell me something, I remember that. I go out and buy it. Why are you angry at me?
And that's it. So we're getting this. Who do you get?
That's so easy. That is so easy.
No, it's not hard. Who do you get your comedy from? Who in your family, or was it just you? And they were like, "What the hell? Who is this child?"
I think I am a prodigy. You're right. It's
You say that.
that's what I heard. That's what I heard. You know what? I always quote Victoria Wood as one of my comedy heroes.
Yeah.
Because Lenny Henry, Les Dawson, Victoria Wood, a couple of others, Malcolm Wise as well.
Yeah.
But Victoria Wood just had an ear for voices and conversation, and all I did as a kid was listen a lot.
Yeah.
I've been diagnosed recently. What a surprise as a comedian with ADHD. I think I might.
Most people are.
Yeah, I think I might be autistic, a little bit autistic as well. But everybody thinks I'm very extroverted. I was a kid. I was very introverted and would sit with adults and listen to their conversations. So my mum used to take me cleaning with her. So I was sat around groups of like 5 or 6 women.
Yeah.
So I would just listen to it and I love language, and you'd realise that people use the wrong malapropriisms and all this kind of, and
I don't even know what that is.
It's it's a Shakespeare thing. It's not. It's a Dickens thing. It's where you muddle up words.
Yeah.
So, I don't. One of my favourites is, I don't know if it's appropriate, is Les Dawson.
Anyway. Les
Dawson it used to do a thing called Sissy and Ada, and it's him and Roy Barraclough going over the fence, and he goes, "Oh, she's been in the hospital for one of those hysterical rectomies," and I was just like, it's just a beautiful kind of look at language where you're going, it's just. All the funniness is in people.
Yeah,
and
I think I liked it. Like you growing up and watching Victoria Wood was like, it was very sort of you could relate. It's very relatable comedy.
It was northern as well. That was another thing. Is that a lot of when I was growing up, a lot of TV was very renunciate. Was it? I can't remember what it is. Queen's English. So it was all like BBC.
Yeah.
Can I Roy? What's it called? Received pronunciation. There you go.
Tell you what, I'm learning some stuff today, aren't I?
Well, that's what I'm here for. You do the food. I'll do the.
We'll do the food. You're going to have a go at this. So I want you to make. You can try it. Go on. You can try it.
I love naan bread. Oh, that's good.
And how easy is that?
That's too easy. I'm going to be full of naans, aren't I?
But this is great, and you can actually use this recipe. Just you don't have to put the seeds in. Go on, carry on, Ethan. Sorry, but you can actually use it for a pizza base as well. So if you wanted to make your own pizza bases, make it, and then put some sauce on, some vegan cheese or some veggies, put it under the grill.
That was nothing as well.
Go on, then you can make the next one then. So go on. It's a bit, get some flour on your hands. There you go.
Yes. I used to do this all the time with my mum.
When you were a kid and you're making jokes, did you get in trouble a lot? I just imagine you a bit of a scamp, really.
Sort of, but I was an arrogant scamp. So, you go, the kids who sat at the back of the class and were loud and whatever. I didn't see the point in that. I would sit at the front, specifically sit at the front. I was very clever as a kid as well, so that helped. But I sat at the front of the class and tried to make the teacher laugh. Because then I could get away with it. Because go, oh, it's you. And I go, yeah. So that was one of those things where I knew I had an ability to sort of make people happy.
Yeah.
I think that's, again, ADHD autism, is that you're constantly aware of people and you're trying to make them as happy as can be.
Yeah.
So it's a fault, but a nice fault.
When you were having your chemo, was it chemo?
Yeah.
Were you making everybody, I know you're saying you were like sort of trying to make light of it, but did you have everybody laughing?
Sort of, yeah. There is a picture of me. I've still got it somewhere. There's a picture of me with the cardboard bedpan thing on my head. Another one on my crotch.
What were you doing? Why?
I was just like, because I just found it funny.
Desperate times.
Yeah, it's just like, what a great cod piece. So I'm just doing random stuff because I think it's in my nature. I think it's in a lot of comedians' natures. Is that you don't want people to be sad around you. So you're constantly trying to figure out.
Even though you were going through so much, I mean, it's not easy going, through that. Having known people that have gone through chemotherapy and are living with cancer, it can be really, really tricky.
Oh, don't press it down, do I? I was
no. Flip it over. See how you go. So going forward, you're going to be doing comedy classes,
comedy workshops. We're going to be running the Black Comedy Showcase, Black Cabaret Showcase, because it's two different things.
What month is going to be the next showcase?
I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I'm in discussions talking about it. I'm hoping end of May, beginning of mid-June, so that we can do 2 before we go to Edinburgh.
Brilliant.
I'm just looking for a venue at the moment, and trying to do some stuff. I'm also going to be doing stuff on April. I've become a director for the Live Comedy Association.
And what is that? Because I don't know what that is.
It's a sort of volunteers body where we're trying to lobby the government to. The Arts Council don't see comedy as an art form for some strange reason.
Yeah.
So I sort of get Timothy Chalamet when he's talking about opera.
Let's move on. He got in so much trouble for that.
Oh, it was so funny. But as I said, so we're looking at lobbying the government to make sure that for venues and promoters and for comedians at grassroots level, that they're all protected and there's a pathway. Because that's the thing, is sort of like everybody always thinks that people like Michael McIntyre and people like that. Oh, somebody wait a minute. Yeah, people like Michael.
Just Kate, come in.
There we go. People like Michael McIntyre come out of the ether and they go, oh, they're fully formed comedians. No, it takes years of sort of working and driving all over the country.
Yeah, no one sees the hard work behind it.
And the petrol prices are so expensive at the moment. So we're looking at doing that. Next week on the 1st of April, we have got Live Comedy Day, which is all about supporting grassroots comedy, where across the country
where can somebody get tickets for that?
If you go to Live Comedy Day online, I love it when I forget what the website address is. But if you type in Live Comedy Day, April 1st, it's just like loads of comedians. We've got loads of Nish Kumar, we've got Deliso Chaponda. There's all these ambassadors and people just basically bigging up what comedy is. Because people, because it is that kind of jestery kind of thing, people go, oh, it's like very flippant, it's very, but there's lots of not just financial benefits to it. I mean, like, obviously people who are in comedy make money out of it. Well, not the comedians. But there is an economy there that people forget about. Yeah. Where, there's the people behind the scenes that get paid. There's the venues. There's all these tickets. There's like the revenue that this brings in for this country is huge. But it's just sort of like, oh, it's just a person on stage going la 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 la. So music gets more respected, and rightfully, well, not more respected, but it's right that music is respected.
It should be equally as respected, really.
Yeah, and that we're supporting. The Beatles didn't come from nowhere. Yeah. They still had to be supported, and it's not just money, the infrastructure of community and them being able to go and it annoys me now that if you don't have money, it's very hard to go and do Edinburgh. Because the house prices, rent prices are so high. But also, if you want the next Beatles or the next Ken Dodd,
you've got to support it.
You've got to support them, and it's very hard because you've got to have enough money. So a lot of people are doing second jobs. Yeah. So you've got enough money to. Oh, sorry, I'm burning them. Enough money to live. Yeah. But then also to get to your gigs and then get better. Yeah. And it's starting to become more of a sort of like, if you've got money, you've got time to go and rehearse. You've got time to go and do these things.
The story of everything, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's sort of like we've got to help support this grassroots thing. So the stories that don't usually get told still getting told through music, through comedy, through everything. But you don't want a kind of everybody's just doing the same thing. It's like cooking. You want all these different influences, and you want all these kind of different, bring them in rather than just going meat and 2 veg. That's all we ever have. That's all we're ever having. Oh, I'm doing more. More.
Yeah, you may as well, because you're going to have to take this home for your tea.
Oh, do I have to? Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm covered in flour. There we go.
Okay, so I think we're nearly there now. And as I say, I'm going to add some spinach to it. You can add some spinach. I'm going to put some coriander into it to finish it off.
Have you got the Sprite? Can I get the Sprite?
I'm sorry. I'm not very good assistant, am I? Let's take it over. Indian chef.
You've got to diversify.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And you know, is there any sort of comedy note or anything else you want to sort of let people know about?
Oh, I also. So there's a live comedy day.
How do you sleep? Because you've got so much going on.
Technically, I don't.
Okay.
That's why I'm being assessed at the moment for, you know.
ADHD.
Yeah, it was. I've had to get blood. Oh, God, grief! I'm on blood pressure tablets to get my blood pressure down, so I can take medication so that everything slows down.
Yeah.
And I'm hopefully then I'll be able to get everything.
More things. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything's a race at the moment. It's like there is a kind of, I've got to get this done. I've got to get it done. I've got to save the world. But at the same time, I'm also a ring announcer for a wrestling company that I work for.
Love wrestling, like.
Oh, you got to come down.
Like Big Daddy. Wrestling.
Better than that. Right. Better than that. So it's
Show me age there. Stop laughing.
Easy. My dad used to be a wrestler.
Giant haystacks.
No, that's not my dad. We called him other names.
Go on, wrestling.
So yeah, so my dad was a wrestler. So I'm a second generation wrestler. Technically, I've trained a couple of times.
He's a vegan and he wrestles.
I did a bit of wrestling training. I'm not going to usurp proper wrestlers, but wrestleatomic.com is our handle. I remember that one. And it's our 3rd birthday on the April the 26th down at Content, which is a great venue where Bongos Bingo is held. Yeah. So we'll be doing a big show, and I'll be doing all the ladies and gentlemen.
Are you actually wrestling though?
No, I'm a yank. Everybody keeps wanting me to, and maybe I will do. I can smell burning.
Oh, it's burning.
I'll still eat it. Oh, it's not. It wasn't.
It's all right. It's just this. They just get a bit smoky. So I think we're about there now. So if you want to go and see, what is it,
wrestleatomic.com. That is April 26th, live comedy day. Loads of comedy all across the country. Check out the website, Live Comedy Day, April 1st. Check out me online, either abcs.che or abcs. I don't know how. I think it is the coffee that I had. ADHD. ADHD cooking hour. What were we cooking again? I don't know. But we've made 5 dishes. Yes. So yeah, come, just find me on Instagram. I'm a very friendly person.
Will share it. I'll share all the stuff on social media. So just come and check it out. Thank you so much for coming. This is yours.
All of the thing. Oh,
all
great.
Of this.
Do I get to have a little taste?
Yeah, you're going to have a little taste. Right, I'll go and get a bowl and you can try some.
Okay, that's all. We've been cooking all this time, and all we're going. I just want to get to the end so I can eat. But it looks. Oh, I'll make another. Shall I make another naan?
Go on. While you're there.
It's there. I've been asked to be made. I'll do 2 small ones.
I was going to make, because I made my own jam. And we were going to make you like a Danish pastry, but we've run out of time. So
I'll have to come back. You'll have to make me. You'll have to make some more food for me.
Okay.
This is great. This. I've done 2 at once. I've done a small one and a medium size.
Sweet potato might need cooking a little bit more, but you get the general gist of it.
I've got hard teeth. I can eat through anything.
Is it? Oh yeah.
They used to call when I was a kid. They called me loaf a day Che because of the amount of food that I ate. And now I'm on to 2. Got to dip the naan and everything.
Okay.
There we go. See, the proof is in the pudding or the curry. Dal.
I mean, I've had dal where it's quite watery. I like it like this. Mine's like quite thick.
Oh.
Is it good?
It's like a restaurant thing.
It's like that because I'm a chef, you know, Shay. You know.
No, I mean, like sometimes when you cook stuff at home, you go, delicious. You go, you cook stuff at home and you go, that's good, but I understand why I go to the chippy, and because they can fry chips at such a level, and chip shop vinegar always tastes better for some reason.
But you know what? This is so simple, out of simple ingredients, and you can make so much of it. I'm going to put it in some foils, and you can just put it into. Have you got a freezer? I know you've been asked.
That will not last.
But that's 3 days on that. But yeah, it's really hearty. Dead easy naan breads from self-raising flour, a little bit of oil, some vegan yogurt. And some warm water.
The Nigella seeds.
You don't have to have the Nigella. You could put some garlic on it, rub some garlic oil on it, anything like that. Put some chilli.
Full of protein as well.
Yeah.
Chickpeas.
Is it spicy enough for you?
I like it really spicy, but this is good for this time.
Yeah.
Because I'll be sort of...
You can always add some more. I like adding fresh chilies, but when I'm cooking, I try and do it universal.
Yeah. So, can I put chilies in this afterwards?
Yeah, because I like fresh chilies. So, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for feeding me.
Thank you for remembering all the things and we've sort of diversified on all the topics that we didn't say we were going to talk about, but we did anyway.
Yeah. Next time I'll come in and I'll have more stuff.
If there's going to be a next time, of course there is.
You promised me Danish pastries.
Thanks so much, Shay. Keep on eating and see you again soon.
See you soon.